It's Stompy o'clock here at round 3, and unfortunately we're mulliganing. And oof, I think we have to mulligan that one also. 4 lands is way too many. This one is better. And I suppose we have to keep the second land. I mean, I'd sort of rather not, but on the other hand, we do have a Nest Invader literally in our hand and a Vines of Vastwood, which needs 2 lands too. So this is not one of our best hands for sure. Like on a multi-5, the cards you most want in your hand is like 1 forest, a 1-drop, and 3 rancors or something like that. Against some kind of blue-black deck. It is more common for them to be, like a Delver deck. So there's probably going to be a mental note in our near future. Or Thought Scour. But if they're like a control deck, I mean, I guess that's fine too. I think we're reasonable against the control decks. Gurmag Anglers are fairly tough. Although I'm beginning to suspect that is what they're playing, considering they didn't play any spells the first couple of turns. So I'm gonna just hold this forest for ground swelling at some point, I think. I don't think I want to do it just yet. Although now that I think about it, I probably want to play it in case they play in Vicar's Justice next turn. I want to have the ability to play Vines of the Vastwood and Groundswell to keep my creatures alive. So it's possible that we're going to miss out on landfall in the near future. If they draw another land for sure, I'll definitely hold on to it. But I think if they were to play in Vicar's Justice, which deals 2 damage to all, well, everything really, I'd rather keep my creatures alive rather than just one of them. The Eldrazi spawn hopefully bricking a Chainer's Edict or something in their hand. Yeah, this is definitely feeling more and more controlled by the day. And the fact that they brought back Island's fairly interesting, since it might imply that they're planning to play like a Muldrifter or something. Sheenan of Life's Roar. Well, I think it's fairly unreasonable to expect to be able to play around in Vicar's Justice this game, since the longer we take, the more likely it is they're just going to like cast Muldrifters and get to it eventually. And with them countering Sheenan of Life's Roar, I'm feeling fairly happy that they don't have it right now. So we're not that far off being able to kill them. It would be delightful if we managed to get a Rancor. Okay, if they play Muldrifter, we top deck a Rancor, I think we're probably in good shape. Pristine Talisman's not one we want to see. And the disenchants on our sideboard aren't even that good against Pristine Talisman, since they don't like undo the damage, undo the life gain, and like smash the smithereens out of the red decks. Well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cast a Groundswell on Nest Invader. Probably should have cast it on Nettle Sentinel now I think about it. And if they were to try and like kill it with a removal spell, I would respond with Vines of the Vastwood. We definitely don't have lethal this turn. As much as I like it to be, because even if I cast Vines and it resolves, they can just tap this, go up to 13, and then we'll do them 12. So I'm going to hold on, just in case they're, been holding on to Doomblade. I'd much rather, get full value that way by countering a Doomblade or something. Of course, by me possibly pausing slightly too long to explain the math, probably lets them know that I have Vines of Vastwood, so if they do have Doomblade, they're probably not going to cast it. It's nice when there's just big giant spaces to hit out. Alright, so they took it, which means next turn we can do like a similar thing where we, play a Vines of the Vastwood to untap my creature, and then if they try and kill it in response, then we get to Vines again, get them good. This Bojuka Bog, not very exciting for them. Chainer's Edict, I'm a-okay with that one. If they have 3 Chainer's Edicts, then bleh. Well, hopefully that is not the case. It's not. Alright, so that's actually great. So I'm gonna play Rancor over here, because this lets us have an extra backup Vines of Vastwood hexproof ability, even beyond just casting it the first time for +4/+4. I've played a lot of blue-black control decks myself, and like these decks are always surprisingly annoying, especially if you're relying on a lot of Chainer's Edicts and stuff, because Young Wolf's such a nightmare for that card. Deprive, okay. Deprive resolves. And now I get to attack, and I think this should be it. They might indeed have been holding on to the Doomblade, but oh, a mana leak? That's actually pretty uncommon. Most of these decks don't have that, since you can play the actual counterspell, deprive. Like this is a ton of counterspells. So I suppose if they have Invoker's Justice this turn, then we're super dead. No, just Chainer's Edict with flashback. Alright. I guess I'll just sacrifice this one since it doesn't need help to untap. And just cast this then. Hooray, we did it. I think. I guess they're waiting to see if we misclick through our attack step. But no, they didn't. Wow, so what do we want here? So let's see, like Lethal Sabotage, not exactly great against the Pristine Talismans, but I think we need to have some of them. Mutagenic Growth is fine against things like Vicar's Justice. All these tangles are bad. I am assuming Elephant Guides probably not super because it's sort of expensive. But on the other hand, they might be good. Like if they're mostly relying on spells like Chainer's Edict to get us. I expect Sheen of Lysor is not very good since it's got 1 power. And maybe like Groundswell isn't so great. Because we definitely need a ton of creatures, our deck still. Vines is good as, counter for like Doomblades and stuff, even though they can sort of play around those. Hunger of the Howl Pack's usually pretty good. I think probably it does need to be some of the pump spells, since it's sort of hard to leverage them. Like, that game was a bit of an anomaly, where we just cast pump spell after pump spell. It's unclear how much actual target removal they have, so maybe like Ledgewalker isn't so great. And if we're just taking the pump spells to be like counters for Invicar's Justice, then like Mutagenical is slightly better since it's cheaper. I'm gonna put in one Elephant Guide, since it does seem fairly good against like edicts and stuff. And if we can like resolve an like it makes threats out of the things which normally aren't too threatening. It's possible that that's just a terrible idea, but I think it's defendable. This is definitely a bit on the land heavy side. Well, it's definitely now to land heavy. I'm feeling quite good about resolving these Rancors this turn though, because this almost certainly means they're gonna play Dimir Aqueduct. Since, you know, having colours is quite important, and leading with like a colourless land is pretty bad. So do I want to put both Rancors on here? Or do I want to play Pit Skulk? I think I probably want to play the Pit Skulk. I don't want to... While it probably wouldn't be too bad if the Chain of Edict did me, I think I'd rather have a couple of things in play. Hunger of the Howl Pack... probably going to be quite good at some point. Perhaps not right away. But it is quite good against like the turn 4 in Vicar's Justice, because you can like pump this Pit Skulk, then they just take 2 and my creature survives and so on. Innocent Blood. I will, you know, sacrifice the Young Wolf, since it's what it's here for, even though I need to replay Rancor. They have another Edict, like a Diabolic Edict. Could be a Devour Flesh, but usually... Oh, a Tragic Slip? That seems fine. Alright. So the next question is like how much I want to play around like in Invicar's Justice. I want to play around it a little bit, I think. I want to play around that and more Edict effects. So I'll play Rancor and Nettle Sentinel, so then I can keep up Hunger of the Howl Pack. Like the other options include like playing both Rancors and passing and keeping out Hunger, but that's pretty weak against most of the removal. Playing 2 Rancors and then playing Nettle Sentinel, but then if they do have Invicar's Justice, then I'll be down to 0 creatures, and that's a pretty disastrous situation, considering the, you know, the 4 lands we have. Cheers, Edict. Well, Nettle Sentinel goes away. I'm not sure what else I can beat at the moment. Like, Hunger the Howl Pack might be just a brick if I keep holding on to it. And if I'm thinking that I'm going to be just casting Rancor next turn anyway, I might as well go big or go home. Oh dear. This is a lot of lands. Well, all in, I suppose. Really needed to draw an extra couple of creatures. They're obviously almost certainly dying now. But if it isn't dying, then they die. They die, not the young wolf. I mean, young wolf is the hero we need. Just whether... And young wolf pulled it off basically single-handed that game. No, like I say, young wolf, good against this type of deck. Great stuff.